Call meeting to order. Worthington City Council regular meeting, 5:30 p.m. Monday, February 10th, 2025, City Hall Council Chambers. If I can have everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, welcome everybody. We have no changes or additions to the agenda.
Move to close the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. On to public hearing, Murray Avenue reconstruction, engineering case item 1. Motion to open the hearing.
Moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Hearing presentation.
Evening, everybody. I have a public hearing presentation for Murray Avenue street reconstruction. If you can. This is Murray Avenue street street improvement public hearing. Oh. There. Yeah. This is the location, Murray Avenue from Noble Street to all the way east dead end. This is a preliminary improvement hearing. This is first of 2 hearings required by state statute, by law, Minnesota Statute 429 assessment procedure, and this is just proposed assessment, not the final number assessment. This is all estimate. This project, we are resurfacing the street, improving sidewalk, and comply with meeting all the ADA requirements on every corners. We're upgrading or upsizing the one crossing storm sewer where we had a trouble last June flooding issue. One pipe was plugged and wasn't draining properly, so we're upsizing that part. And we're doing a sanitary sewer services improvement as well. Last couple of years, we're trying to do sanitary sewer services replacement at least up to the property line from the main, so that way, whenever property owner has a problem in the future, they don't have to go dig a brand new street surface. So that way, city can save money and the property owners can save money. We also will do base reconstruction and sidewalks and every driveway to each properties and permanent pavement surfaces. The accessible items will be curb and gutters and driveways, sidewalks, sanitary sewer services, and outside of center 24 feet of pavement. Rate is based on average fixed cost per foot of property frontage. And this is just an estimate project cost and assessment cost, and that comes down to $235 per linear foot, and city cost will be about $128,000. I'll take any questions.
So are you doing water too? I didn't hear.
We did water last year,
Okay.
so we don't have to go
all
deep.
utilities will be done
Yes.
underneath the street.
Just the sewer services from the main to your property line.
That wasn't done though yet.
Nope, that wasn't done.
So we dug everything up, did the water mains,
Mhm.
but didn't do the sewer yet. So they gotta dig
Correct.
it up again?
Just that little sliver of line from the main to your property line, yes. We had a little bit trouble when we were doing the water main last year with crossing the water. So we decided not to do that last year, but then idea came up that we still should go through all this replacement of sewer service. So in case if anyone has trouble in the future, they don't have to dig up the new surface. I'll mention this again, next public hearing on 6th Avenue, and we are trying to do that with utilities from now on so we don't have to dig again with the street part. So with 6th Avenue, actually, we are doing water with sewer services as well. And this project, unfortunately, that idea didn't arise last year.
Amy?
So you said there was a problem with doing the sewer with the water last year, or how is that not going to be a problem this year?
In Murray, the sewer situation is a little complicated. There's like 3 sewer mains. And when we were digging up the water, we weren't sure how deep the sewer main was at that point. And after we're digging up and we're actually recorded all the depths of the sewer as we're replacing all the water lines, so we have really good idea of where every actual depth of the sewer services were. So we're feeling a lot more comfortable doing it now than we were last year.
Are you going to replace all 3 and make it 1? Or are you going to just keep the?
Nope, we're not touching the main,
Oh.
sanitary main. It's
Okay.
only the services, that 4-inch services that goes to the house. We could not figure out the way to make all those 3 into 1 because 2 of them are just regular main and 1 of them are force main, so it's impossible to combine all. And 1 main is significantly different elevation than the other, because the water main goes, the service has to cross the water main. I think that's the reason they had to build another main, so they don't have any elevation issue to cross the water main.
That's why we pay you the big bucks to figure this stuff out, right? That's good.
Yes.
I have no idea, but
It was very complicated situation down there.
How long a project will this be?
This project, well, we are hoping to be done less than about 25 working days. So that's about 5 weeks. And that's more than generous amount to give them. Usually good contractors can finish, we're hoping, less than 20 working days.
So you'll start in the spring sometime, just so homeowners can kind of plan a little bit?
Yes, and we do send another notice to at least 2 weeks before the project starts. As soon as we hear from the contractor after bidding process and everything, pre-construction meeting, as soon as they give us the date to start, we send out another notice that project will start soon in approximate dates.
Chris?
Is any of the work that's been done last year or previously, that's any of that been assessed, and the work that's proposed this year, that I imagine will be assessed also, but my question is if there's any repeat.
Nope. Last year's project was completely separated from this assessment project. That was purely a utility project. So that came from a utility budget, nothing to do with the assessment.
Anybody else? have
Barb,
any-
can you come up to the microphone?
No?
I just have a question with regard to the sidewalks.
Can you give your name?
Oh,
for the
my name
record?
is Barb Deno. And you need what else?
Just for the record, that was it.
Just my name, okay. With regard to the sidewalks, they dug part of, sections up and they replaced them with bituminous. Are they going to be back to concrete so they'll look professional?
After we're done with the water project, city tried to work with third-party utility companies too, such as like cable company, gas company. And after we're done with the water project, gas company noticed us that they have to replace their mains as well. And that's why they replaced that sidewalks. And we told them this year we're doing entire reconstruction from property line to property line, including sidewalk. So we told them you guys can save money by just putting the temporary bituminous sidewalks. So this year we're coming back and replacing everything and putting back the concrete sidewalk back. So
Thanks,
Yep.
Barb.
Thank you. Yes, come on up.
Ryan Lumens, I live on Murray Avenue. With the sidewalks, like half of mine got replaced with concrete and half with blacktop. So you're saying the new concrete's getting ripped out?
Yes, all the sidewalk will be replaced entirely. And
Okay.
city didn't spend any money on that replacement of sidewalk last year. That was all gas company deal.
Okay.
And so there's no, again, redundant of
Okay,
assessing.
that's great. And then, I guess the problem I have is we get to live with a torn up street for 2 years and we're getting sent a bill. I mean, it's 2 years that we can't get down our street. Last summer was a disaster. I live right where that stormwater backed up and
Yep.
it was, I mean, I had a lake in front of my house. It was a frustrating year. A lot of that's gonna have to get dug back out.
Yep.
Right now, you could lose a truck in there.
I included there too that we're replacing that section that we had a trouble of stormwater to drain it better.
Okay, I guess, I don't know. I'm frustrated that we're gonna be tore up for 2 years and we're still gonna get a hefty bill out of this. Water can get replaced with the water department's budget. I've been paying taxes for 20 years on this property. This should be in the street budget too.
Only outside of 24, Center 24, you're obligated to pay, and the rest of them are city obligation. Comes from general tax.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.
One more comment.
Yes.
This is in regard to the place on my driveway. I'm Barb Geno, sorry. Place on my driveway. It puddles every rain. You know, we get a lot of rain, and it puddles right there. There's no gutter that, you know, can drain off. And I'm just wondering, when they do the street, if they can't get a gutter there, can they level it so that the water will spread and not just sit in front of my driveway?
So past practice of city was if we had a concrete street and after 50, 60 years, however the lifespan was, we decided to overlay the concrete. The downside of that is that we cover the curb and gutter, like gutter section, and it kind of loses the waterways to drain and flow. That's why one of the reasons I'm recommending the bituminous street. So in the future, if we have to resurface the road, we can just peel off the top 2 inch, 1.5 inch, whatever it may be, and then put back a new bituminous surface so we don't have to touch the gutter section. And even after that cycle is over, we can take off to the bottom level and resurface again without touching the gutter line. But with this project, we're ripping out entire curb and gutter, so we're actually designed to flow a lot better. Yep. So water flowing through the street, draining out of the street shouldn't be, or should be improved.
That'd be good, thank you.
Yep.
Do we have any other testimony? Okay. Do we have a motion?
Move to close the public hearing?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. On to public hearing, 6th Avenue reconstruction.
Action.
That's right. Yep. What do we have for an action?
Council is requested to pass the resolution order improvement and preparation of plans for Murray Avenue reconstruction required by State Statute 429 to proceed with the assessment project. Staff recommends council pass the resolution in Exhibit 1.
I'd make a motion to pass ordering improvement, preparation of plans and specifications.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. On to public hearing, 6th Avenue reconstruction, engineering case item 2.
Move to open the public hearing.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Any further, or all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Hearing's open. Testimony?
Nope, hearing presentation.
Oh, right. Excuse me.
This is public hearing for 6th Avenue, very, very similar aspect. I'll just go through again since it's just a new thing. Here's the location. It's from the hospital to 14th Street. This is the first of two hearings required by state statute, Minnesota State Statute 429 assessment procedures. This is just proposed assessment again, not the final. This is all estimate numbers. This project includes street surface condition, improve sidewalk surface, and comply with the American Disability Act, reduce sewer inflow and infiltration, decrease maintenance and improve reliability, improve surface and underground drainage condition, and reduce flooding. And this project includes water main reconstruction, sanitary sewer main, sanitary sewer services, base reconstruction, curb and gutter, sidewalk, driveway, and permanent pavement surfaces. Assessment items are curb and gutter, driveway, sidewalk, sanitary sewer services, and outside of Center 24 of pavement. Rate is based on average fixed cost per foot of property frontage. And this is estimated project cost of the assessment part. Nearly $228 per linear foot is assessment rate. I would like to note that this project is a 2-year project. We're doing underground utilities first, let it settle during the freeze and thaw cycle so the ground compacts a little better, and then we'll come back in 26 and finish the street part of including sidewalk, driveway, and curb and gutter and street surfacing.
So,
Mike?
so will you put in a temporary bituminous over the winter time?
Yes, after we're done with water main, sewer main, and services, we'll put a very thin layer but drivable, probably 1.5 inches over the winter, and we'll peel that again next year before we start that street project and put concrete or bituminous surface.
So you won't tear out the curb and gutter and all that stuff?
Nope.
On the first go around?
Unless that water or sewer main is right under the curb and gutter, and if we have to tear it out, we will, but if not, we'll just leave most of them intact.
Would you be doing the services to the residents?
Yes.
At the same time?
Yes.
Any other testimonies? Yes, Brenda.
Yes, Brenda Hurlbut is here. I have a couple questions. On the sidewalk, do you replace all the sidewalks or only the ones that are needed?
All the sidewalks.
So what if it isn't really needed? Do you still replace it?
That can create some problems because we do design from the center line profile, and then it comes from there, and then we do certain slope to the gutter and a certain inch up and a certain slope to the it reflects. And if we just leave one panel of sidewalk, existing sidewalk, it might have an inch of a bump, might not be smooth. It has more problems than saving $100 for that panel.
So I'm in an alley. My approach to my garage, I have to come through the alley. So what happens at the end of the alley going on to 6th Avenue?
We'll put another driveway entrance to the alley.
Okay. And
that's not accessible item.
that's not accessible?
Nope. Accessible.
Accessible.
It is accessible.
Okay.
It's not accessible.
Accessible, okay. And then when you're replacing the curbs, are they going to be concrete curbs or?
Yes.
Okay, because I would not like to have blacktop curbs.
We might put blacktop temporary bituminous if we have to remove the curb and gutter
Okay.
because of the utility, but that's going to be only 1-year deal.
Okay. And can you assess the sidewalk if it's possible to keep it? I mean, my sidewalk is in really good condition. I'm just wondering.
Yes, sidewalk is 100% accessible item.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yep, thanks, Brenda. Any other testimony, questions? Okay, do you have a motion?
Motion to close the hearing.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Action on the hearing.
Council is requested to pass the resolution order improvement and preparation of plans for 6th Avenue reconstruction required by State Statute 429 to proceed with the assessment project. Staff recommends council pass the resolution Exhibit 2.
Move to pass the resolution in the Exhibit 2.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thanks, Gu.
Thank you.
On to city council minutes. We have regular city council meeting minutes of January 27th, 2025. Special city council meeting minutes of January 15th, 2025. Minutes of boards and commissions. We've got 6 Housing and Redevelopment Authority minute meetings of August 7th, 2024, September 4th, 2024, October 2nd, 2024, November 6th, 2024, December 4th, 2024, and December 30th, 2024. Prairie Justice Center Joint Operations Committee meeting minutes of November 13th, 2024. Worthington Public Art Commission meeting minutes of November 19th, 2024. Worthington Public Arts Commission meeting minutes of October 8th, 2024. Application for exemption for lawful gambling for the YMCA and bills payable.
Move to approve consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. On to public safety.
Mayor and council. The Bedford Employee Fundraising Group generously donated $250 to the Worthington Police Department. The donation will be used to contribute to the WPD K-9 program. Council action is requested to adopt a resolution shown in Exhibit 1 accepting the $250 donation.
Move to approve and accept the donation with a thank you.
We've got a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
Motion's carried. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, Troy.
On to administration.
Okay, for administration, we have second reading of a proposed ordinance to amend Title 6 of the City Code of Worthington, Nobles County, Minnesota, cannabis. Pursuant to published notice, this is the time and date set for the second reading of proposed ordinance to amend Title 6 of the City Code of Worthington, Nobles County, Minnesota. A complete copy of the ordinance was provided in your January 27, 2025 council agenda. Council action is requested to give a second reading to the proposed ordinance.
Okay. Mike,
Has there been any comments to this ordinance reading?
No, it was published. We did not receive any comments.
Okay.
okay.
I'd make a motion to approve second reading.
I'll second.
We have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Okay, on to the second one. Appointment of Worthington Fire Department Chief. After serving the residents or Worthington as a firefighter for more than 27 years and the past 4 years as the chief, Pat Shorter retired effective February 3rd, 2025. The city's personnel policy for firefighters and standard operating guidelines for the Worthington Fire Department note that City Council shall appoint a person fully qualified to serve as the fire chief, taking into account the recommendation of the fire department personnel. Members of the fire department met on January 28, 2025, and have forwarded the recommendation to appoint Trent DeGroat as the chief. Mr. DeGroat joined the department in 2009, has served as the first assistant chief for the past 4 years. The chief shall have general supervision of the department at all times and have control over all apparatus, equipment, and supplies, and command over all persons who are employees of the department. The chief reports to the city administrator. The administration recommends council appoint Trent DeGroat to serve as the fire chief.
Yes, Mike.
First, I'd like to thank Pat for his 27 years of service. That service is greatly appreciated, so thank you. And Trent, good luck. Thank you. I wish you the best of luck.
I make a motion to appoint Trent DeGrode as fire chief.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion?
How about we hear a little bit
Yeah, let's,
from Trent? Yeah, you're welcome.
what would you like to know?
Give us a little background. Maybe have you thought about any short-term goals for the fire department?
Right now, I haven't thought about much. I'm just trying to learn the position. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do it as good as Pat did. He was a great chief. Rick was a great chief. So those are pretty big shoes to fill. So it's going to be a learning process.
Can't believe it's already been 16 years since.
Yeah, neither
you
can I. It seems like it was
we
just
hired you
yesterday
as
I
well.
got on.
Yeah, it's like you were all in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great group of people, great group of guys and gals.
Absolutely. So you have a few positions to fill coming
Yeah.
up here, so that'll be a
Yeah, we're going to have to do
challenge.
some hiring.
Yeah.
How many positions do you have open right now?
Oh, we have 8 right now, and with Pat retiring, and then we have a couple more retiring, so we'll have 10, 11 spots to fill.
Wow.
So, yeah, let's
Yeah, so-
hope we can get some good ones.
Yeah, for sure.
Have those spots been hard to fill? Are they getting harder, or?
Yeah, it's about like anything else, getting people to want to do anything really. You know, it's a struggle.
Hard to
So
commit.
hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully we can get some good
Yeah.
people to show up, guys or gals, or guys and gals, I should say. Yes.
I think a lot of the retirements too came all of a sudden as well too, so it kind of,
Yeah. And then it seems like it's groups that retire at the same time.
yeah, yeah.
So hopefully we can get some good ones to come in.
Good. Thanks for stepping up.
Thank you.
And call the question, so we can vote.
Okay. So we had a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Congratulations.
Okay, where are we at here? On to Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The first case item is a professional services agreement with HTG. At their January 25th, 25 work session, Council requested staff to get a feasibility report and cost estimate for remodeling the existing ice arena. Staff has retained HTG Architects of Hopkins, Minnesota. They were also the ones that did our new arena plans and cost estimates. HTG has designed new and renovated ice arenas throughout the country and has significant experience in Minnesota. The proposed scope of work detailed in Exhibit 1 includes developing site plans and floor plans, preparing exterior elevations, preparing cost estimates, and establishing the project schedule. The fee to perform this phase of work is a lump sum of $3,400 plus expenses, and council action is requested to retain HTG Architects and authorize the mayor and clerk to execute the agreement. I will mention that Mr. Robinson and I thought this was incredibly reasonable lump sum fee. We were expecting about 3 times as much, so we're really happy with what they did, and they've already been out there and looked at our arena.
Do you have a time frame on this at all?
We're hoping sometime in May to have final cost estimates and plans and everything. We told them by the 1st of June, and they said that would be no problem, so hoping a little sooner than that.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'd make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
The second one is a bid recommendation for the airport hangar project. Bids were opened at 1 p.m. on February 5th, 2025 for the new 3-bay hangar project on the Worthington Municipal Airport. There was a base bid for this hangar building and an alternate one for roof and wall insulation in the 3-bay hangar. Bid alternate 2 was a deduct to make it a 2-bay hangar, and alternate 3 was to insulate the 2-bay hangar. These were included in the base bids. These were included in case the base bids came over in the amount of FAA funding possible. There was only one bid received, and it was as follows. The base bid was Everstrong Construction for $884,449.79. Alternate 1 bid was Everstrong Construction for $59,162.30. Alternate bid 2 was a deduct of $149,994.55, and alternate 3 was an add of $43,585.45. The engineer's estimate for this 3-bay hangar project was $925,000, and the alternate 1 cost estimate was $75,000. Included in your packet is a bid tab and recommendation letter from our consultant on the project, it's Exhibit 2. The funding sources for the base bid would be 95% FAA, 2.5% state of Minnesota, and 2.5% local. The alternate 1 portion would be completely locally funded and would have to come out of airport reserves. This bid award will be contingent on us receiving an FAA grant for this project. Staff is recommending that council accept Everstrong Construction Incorporated base bid and an alternate 1 bid. Also contingent on securing the FAA funding, enter into a contract to build a 3-bay hangar at the Worthington Municipal Airport. Council action is requested. A couple things, that the base bid was under by about 4.5%, the engineer's estimate, so that's why we're recommending accept that. And the installation bid, the alternate 1 bid was about 19% under the engineer's estimate. The FAA will not cover insulating the building, which is fine, I guess, if you're in Florida, but it doesn't really work very well if you're in Minnesota. There won't be heat or water in it, but it's just going to be 20 degrees warmer in this building for the people to keep their planes in if it's insulated. That would be a cost that the city would have to bear at this point. We are working with the state of Minnesota, our consultant is, to try to see if they will cover a portion of that. Amy?
Do we have enough money in that?
We have somewhere right around $700,000 in reserves
so
right
plenty.
now. Yeah, so we have enough to cover it. We're hoping we can talk the state into covering some of it, because I just don't see the sense of building a hangar and not having it insulated, so. But council's action is requesting that we accept Everstrong's bid, and contingent on FAA funding, we enter into a contract. I don't want to enter into a contract till we get the FAA funding. And I did come forward to you guys a while back when we had plans, and we talked about using AIP funds from other airports to cover this. But with our prices that they came in, we are going to do a multi-year grant, and so we won't have to borrow funds from other airports. We will be able to just fund it over 2 years with the funds that we'll have. So
Very nice.
that's another positive.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, comments? Have a motion?
I move to accept the bid with the contingencies as proposed.
Okay.
Second.
We have a motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Engineering.
My third item is to approve plans for mill and overlay in Cherry Point neighborhood. City staff has prepared plans and specifications in Exhibit 3 for the 2025 mill and overlay project in the Cherry Point neighborhood. The project will include improvements to Liberty Drive, Pershing Boulevard, Betty Avenue, Godfrey Street, Leon Avenue, and Grandview Avenue. However, Westlake Avenue is not included in the project. Staff is requesting council approval of the plan and specifications and authorization to advertise for bids. Bids will be received on March 5, 2025 at 2 p.m. and will considered for award at the March 10th, 2025 council meeting.
So everything
North of Westlake.
to the golf course?
Yes.
Okay.
Mike?
So you're doing just the mill and overlay?
Yes.
And the whole area?
Yes.
So what's the age of the roads in that area? I mean, how long will this last, or when will we have to?
The oldest section in that neighborhood was about 35 years, and this new mill and overlay should give the surface at least, typically we say 20 years of lifespan. I see usually a little longer than 20 years, especially in town like Worthington and with minimum traffic.
And what is the utilities in that area generally?
I checked with
State or been done?
utilities department, and they said that area has no need of upgrading the utilities. Next 20, 25 years, the lifespan of this new pavement coming in.
We just did new water main, right?
Yes, on Pershing and Liberty, we did new water main.
There was
Yes.
some work done. I
Yep.
didn't, yeah.
But the inside of that smaller streets like Godfrey, Leon, I checked with water department, and no utility upgrade was needed.
Has there been some flooding issues in that area generally?
Not as bad as the downtown, but we did do the stormwater improvement project 2 years ago. That goes through the lot from Betty Avenue, crossing the lake, and then outfall to the lake. We did upsize and everything there, so should improve all the drainage problems.
That's where it all runs off anyways from
Yes.
that whole area, doesn't it?
Yes. We do have a slight problem here. My engineer's estimate is a little over budget by about 10%. My plan is to maybe schedule it or make an option, break down the bids to maybe a couple more smaller streets and see how the number comes in. And if you wish to drop a couple streets, we can, so we can stay under the budget. I checked with my finance department. We do have enough budget to cover if the numbers were to come a little higher from the reserve fund. But that will be ultimately up to you guys to decide when the bids come.
Amy?
Would that, when you have a project and then you start chunking it out, doesn't it usually cost more in the end to get that project done?
Yes,
Than if you just do it?
correct. If we decide not to do Betty Avenue, one block of Betty Avenue this year, might have costed $50,000. Next year would have cost $60,000, like something like that.
Can I add something to that?
Absolutely.
The other problem that you run into when you do that is and I understand where Gu's coming from, but if you don't do a street or one portion of it, you end up driving heavy equipment across some of the portions that you did the year before or 2 years before, and that's just hard on the extended life of it. It wouldn't be the first time that that's happened in the city of Worthington, where they've done a big chunk of a neighborhood, but they left one street out because they didn't think it needed to be done. And then 2 years later, they ended up driving all their heavy equipment, cement trucks and stuff with bituminous and the bituminous trucks and all that across the new bituminous that we have already done. So my recommendation is you guys' decision, but my recommendation is somewhere we find the funds to do the whole project at one time rather than piecemeal.
Kind of what I was getting at.
Yep. I'm just bringing, that's one thing that people don't think about.
Sounds like we have the money in reserve anyway, so to me, just do the whole project.
Yep.
And we don't have to decide this right now, and we can see how the bids comes in, and that's when we ultimately have to decide.
I'd make a motion to approve the plans.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
My final item is amendment of service agreement with AE2S for County Ditch 12 Phase 2. The City of Worthington has an existing agreement with AE2S, an engineering consulting firm, to provide engineering services, including assistance in drafting funding application for the County Ditch 12 Phase 2 projects. AE2S has successfully helped secure multiple funding opportunities and facilitate the acquisition of land for the retention ponds near Diagonal Road. Recently, the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, MPCA, announced a new funding opportunity specifically for the construction of the stormwater resiliency. While AE2S has been instrumental in securing past funding, the original contract amount may not be sufficient to support the additional work required for this new application. To ensure AE2S can effectively assist in pursuing this new funding opportunity, an amendment to the existing agreement is proposed. This amendment would increase the contract budget by $10,000, bringing the total not to exceed $30,000. City staff recommends that the council approve the contract amendment in Exhibit 4 to maximize the funding opportunities for the County Ditch 12 Phase 2 project.
What's the potential of new funding that that could come to the city for?
Very high, since we've been developing all the documents, studies, and the improvements that we've been doing, including purchasing that 2 parcel for that pond, retention pond. We're meeting literally every single checklist of the funding that they're requiring or they're wishing to see for the applicants, from the applicants. So the chance is very, very high.
Yeah, there's, what, 70-some houses that would be taken out of the flood zone?
Something like that,
There's
yep.
like only be 2 left or something like that.
Yes, yep.
I'd make a motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried.
Thank you.
Thanks, Goo. Okay, on to committee reports. I have nothing.
No report.
Mike?
We had an HRA meeting last Wednesday. It was our annual meeting. We finally back up to full strength on that board, so, which is good. We elected our board chair, and that is Salvador Adami. He'll do a great job. Our market rate rentals have 2 vacancies. The public housing has 4 vacancies. We also, Prairie Acres is now officially up for sale by sealed bids, which are due March 21st to the attorney's offices. Before we even officially put it up, they had put a little notice on Facebook that it was coming for sale, and they fielded 16 inquiries for this place. So I think it's going to be very heavily bidded on, so, which is good. So that'll be give us enough extra funds to increase some housing
yeah.
here in Worthington. So that's it for HRA.
Okay, thank you. Chris?
I did go and join the fire department at their last meeting and their training session. Again, congratulations to Trent. Huge thank you to Pat for your years of service, and hope the best for you and your new leadership crew at the fire department. I look forward to getting to know you guys a little bit better in the years to come, and taking the department into the future. So thank you for your saying yes. Anyway, yeah, and then got to listen on some natural gas training. I think the other night. So yeah, always call first. Call before you dig. Yeah. Anyway, thank you.
511 instead of 911, right?
Yes. Yep. That's right. Thank you.
All right. If that's everything, we motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Should have seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion adjourned.